Algebra introduction, and just a quick extension. Fred is buying pens and books. The cost is X dollars for each pen and Y dollars for each book. We often have to write expressions to illustrate an algebraic situation, often with unknowns represented as letters here. So write an expression for the total cost of 4 pens. Now, feel free to predict my answer. Pause, work it out, see if you're right, that's fine. If it's X dollars for each pen, then the cost of 4 pens is going to be 4X in dollars. If we want to put the dollar sign there, we can, because it is, of course, total cost. I'd accept without the dollar sign, honestly. The cost of 3 books, it's Y dollars for a book, and I want 3 books, so that's 3Y. 6 pens and 2 books, 6 lots of X, plus 3 lots of Y. So you can see, whatever the number of books that we've got, we're multiplying by X, or Y, sorry. Whatever the number of pens we've got, we're multiplying by X. Now, very tricky. Pens are 50% off this week. How would this change the expression for 4 pens? 50% off X would mean X divided by 2. So I would want 4 lots of X divided by 2. And remember, that would be, if I'm multiplying, that's 4 over 1. So 4 times X is 4X. 1 times 2 is 2. We do have to simplify, and 4 divided by 2 would mean I've just got 2X. If you're not quite sure about that, we will continue looking at that later on. How would this change the expression for 6 pens and 2 books? Now, the trap is here that we might just divide the whole thing by 2, but books aren't on sale. So 6 pens is 6X plus 2 books is 2Y. But the only thing we'd be dividing by 2 is the cost of 6 pens. Not dividing the 2 books by 2 because they're still full price. And we could simplify that to 3X plus 2Y. So when we've got these sorts of questions, if they give you the variables, that's great. Otherwise, you might want to make up the variable. Let's make it P for pen and B for books. And remember, is it going to be multiplying 4 lots of the cost of a pen? Or is it going to be the sum, the total of 6 pens and 2 books? Looking at all these types of questions.